Have you ever noticed how much of your suffering comes from the need to control everything? We spend our days trying to shape reality into our expectations, forcing life to obey our rules. But the harder we hold on, the more exhausted we become. So today, I want to invite you on a journey, a deep reflection on why control is one of the greatest illusions of the human mind, and how letting go can lead to inner freedom. From the moment we wake up, our minds start planning. We try to control time, people, emotions, even the future. It's as if we believe that, by holding everything tightly, we can avoid pain. But control is a mirage. No matter how much you organize your life, there will always be unpredictability. The sudden phone call, the illness, the broken relationship. The philosopher Alan Watts once said, "The more you try to control the world, the more it slips through your fingers," and he was right. The more we try to shape reality, the more we lose touch with it. The more we resist the flow of life, the more we suffer. But why do we desire control so intensely? Because deep down, we fear uncertainty. The unknown terrifies us. Control gives us a false sense of safety. When we try to shape reality, we believe we are protected from chaos. But in truth, the world has always been chaos. Nature never asked for permission to exist. Winds, storms, birth, and death. Everything is part of the dance of life. When you fight against this dance, you suffer. When you try to choreograph the universe, you lose harmony. Think about your relationships. How many times have you tried to change someone? How many times have you expected them to behave according to your script? We say we love, but often our love is conditional. I will love you if you act the way I want. This isn't love. This is control disguised as affection. True love allows. True love flows. When you release control, you start to see people as they are, not as you want them to be. And that's just the beginning. Because the desire to control comes from the ego. The ego wants to be the director of the movie called life. It wants to write every line of the script. But life is an improvisation. It's unpredictable, spontaneous, and alive. And the ego is not. The ego wants things a certain way, always the same. It wants the sun to shine only when it wants it to shine. It wants the waves to crash only when it wants them to crash. But nature doesn't play by the ego's rules, and that's where frustration is born. Because the universe is bigger than our personal desires, so letting go of control is not weakness. It's strength. It's the courage to accept that you don't need to dominate life to live it fully. Now, imagine for a moment that you are standing by a river. You are struggling against the current, trying to swim upstream. You are exhausted. Then you realize there's another way. You can turn around and let the current carry you. Suddenly, you're no longer fighting. You're floating. That's the difference between control and freedom. Control is fighting. Freedom is flowing. When you let go, you start to trust life. And that trust doesn't mean passivity. It means cooperation. It means you are no longer fighting reality, but moving with it. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are all learning to let go, to trust, to love. And with each step, life becomes less of a struggle and more of a celebration. Because life is not meant to be controlled. Life is meant to be lived.